Welcome to KX News on the Go. I'm Chance Sickle and happy Wednesday to you. A man who was arrested for sex crimes in Bismarck will now serve jail time. North Dakota BCI agents were given a cyber tip in September of last year about someone who was using the Kik app to send and download inappropriate videos involving minors. Investigators received a warrant and showed up at a home in Bismarck, north of town, they say, where they spoke to Jaden Ritker right there on your screen. He was charged with and pleaded guilty to 4 felony counts that included promoting or directing an obscene sexual performance by a minor and possession of certain materials prohibited. Ritker will now serve 3 years in prison as well as 3 years of supervised probation. According to court documents, 17 years of his sentence was suspended. The judge also ordered he pay more than $1,000 in fees. A former North Dakota public school paraprofessional has also pleaded guilty in 2 cases that involve inappropriate relationships with underage students. 27-year-old Hiroki Ito entered a change of plea on Monday, pleading guilty to solicitation of a minor under 15 years old within 50 feet of a school, promoting obscenity to minors and luring minors by computer. According to court documents, he began working at Central Middle School in Minot as a para in October of last year. Police say an investigation began in December after reports surfaced that he was communicating with teens and meeting them outside of school. Investigators there say he exchanged sexual messages with victims over Snapchat, hosted so-called virtual sleepovers, and even asked teens to disguise his name in their phones. One case included more than 500 screenshots of sexual messages with a 13-year-old girl. He remains in custody in the Ward County Jail on a $60,000 bond. He's set to be sentenced on February 4th. This week is dedicated to fire safety and prevention, and one fire department is going around town showing students why it's important to be alert and educated when it comes to fire prevention. Every year in October, the National Fire Prevention Association highlights the importance of fire safety education and prevention across the country. And this year, the Minot Fire Department is spending the week going to different schools around the community and talking to kids about everything from well-known stop, drop, and roll to the importance of practicing home escape plans. At Lewis and Clark Elementary School, groups of students heard from a handful of firefighters and even got to check out the equipment and trucks for themselves, which leaders say the students really like.
When you have a big red truck, they'll point at everything, ask you a million questions, look at all the flashlights, look at all the tools. They love asking questions, they love asking statements, or just saying statements about, oh, I've seen one of those, or my dad used to do that. So it's awesome to hear all their little stories and what they know and what we can teach them about the fire truck.
This year's theme is Charge into Fire Safety, focusing on specifically lithium-ion batteries in homes and highlighting the fire risks associated with these batteries seen in everyday devices. All right, it's a little bit warmer than it has been. It's still on the cooler side, but a bit warmer. Andre's here with a check of the forecast. Good morning.
And good morning to you too, Chance. And yes, it is a little warmer than what we've been seeing, folks, over the past few days. Now, looking here in the capital city, we are starting out at 42 degrees, and the winds are out of the south-southeast at 9 miles per hour. But as we head over into Dickinson, we're also seeing a slightly balmier start with a temperature of 41 degrees, and the winds are out of the south-southeast at 14 miles per hour. And that's going to be quite crucial throughout the day today, because that is going to allow for us to see those above average temperatures for now, and we will be watching for those gusty conditions increasing as we head into the afternoon hours, and also we're going to be cooling things down just a little bit as we head into our Friday. Now, the reason why we're going to be warming things up today into our Thursday is because this area of high pressure is going to continue to bring us that southerly flow around here, and that is going to continue to keep us on the warm side. And with this area of high pressure moving its way towards the east throughout the day today, that is going to allow for us to see those gusty conditions, so that's something to keep in mind. Now, as far as our current temperatures, our temperatures right now are mainly in the 40s and even a few 30s in our north and eastern counties, including there in Rugby at 38, and we even have Newburgh at 37 degrees. Now, as far as over the last 24 hours, we have seen a notable increase in temperatures, about 5 to 15 to near 20 degrees warmer, so it is feeling pretty nice out there. And even with it being warmer than what we've been seeing this time yesterday, it is still a little bit of that crisp in the air, so it's just a perfect fall sort of morning. Now, our winds, they are out of the south and east at about 5 to 15 miles per hour, and that is what's going to drive those temperatures up into the 70s, and we could even see some 60s in our north and eastern counties. But here's the thing, these temperatures are going to be running about 5 to 15 degrees above normal for this time of year, so that is something to really watch out for. So if you want to go outside, go ahead and go outside. This is a perfect day for it. But again, we will be seeing those gusty winds too, so you may want to even fly the kite today. Now, once we get into tonight, temperatures will drop on down into the 40s, so it is going to be another wash, rinse, and repeat sort of performance that we are seeing right now. And once we get into our Thursday, we're going to see those temperatures climb back up into the 70s for the most part, and perhaps even a few upper 60s in our north and eastern counties. And again, these temperatures are going to be running about 5 to 15 degrees above normal too. So it's going to be quite a warm stretch for just a little bit here. Now, looking here throughout the day today, our wind gusts will be increasing to around 20 to 40 miles per hour, especially along and east of Highway 83. So this includes the capital city and the Magic City, and we could see some lighter gusts in our western counties. But by the time we get into the evening and overnight hours, we will start seeing those conditions start to improve. So it's going to be a lot calmer tonight. Now, as far as our pattern ahead, we will continue to see our area of high pressure move its way towards the south and east, and then we're going to be watching for our cold front moving through overnight Thursday into our Friday, and that's going to cool our temperatures down, and it will allow for some dry air to filter on in as we round out the work week. Now, looking at our highs for our Friday, we will see those temperatures mainly in the 60s, which is a little bit more closer to what we were supposed to see this time of year. Now, looking here in Williston, once we get into the weekend, we will be seeing those temperatures increase back up into the 70s on Saturday, with some scattered shower chances potentially on Saturday and Sunday, and temperatures will drop down into the 60s as we head into our Sunday. And that same thing goes here in the Dickinson area too, with those breezy to windy conditions returning potentially as we head into the weekend. Now, looking here in the Magic City, we're going to be seeing 70s today, 70s tomorrow, and we will be seeing those 60s as we head into our Friday, and then 70s as we head into our Saturday with scattered shower chances. And then we're going to be dropping down into the 60s and 50s as we round out the weekend and into early next week. And we will see those overall dry conditions continuing on once we get into early next week, after some scattered shower chances as we head into the early portions of next week. And we will see those temperatures drop down into the 50s as we head into our Monday. So it looks like today chance is going to be a little bit on that summer side still.
That is right. It still continues to hang on. We've been talking about it for a couple weeks. For Andre, I'm Chance. For everyone here at KX News, let's make it a great day.